Dear students, I am Pratima again. I welcome you all to this video. So today we'll discuss your CBSE sample paper which is published in the website. So there is a little bit change in this year. What's the change? So here the question paper contains two parts A and B. Each part is compulsory. A carries 24 marks and B carries 56 marks. Part A has again there are two parts. And part B all descriptive type and part A are all objective types. Both part A and part B have choice. Part A consists of two sections, 1 and 2. Section 1 comprises of 16 very short answer type questions. Section 2 contains 2 case studies. Each case study comprises of 5 case-based MCQ. But I am going to explain only up to your question number 16. If you need more explanation and more assistance, then you can write in the comment section. Otherwise, we are doing up to question number 16 because objective types are very important, because you need not explain anything. If you write the answer, then it is correct, you will get the whole full marks. 1. So here part A, I am going one by one and each question carries 1 mark. So I am not writing the marks. First is, and here all questions are compulsory, but in some question you will see that there is a choice. Question number 1. Check whether the function f r defined from R to R is defined by fx equal x cube 1 1 or not. So here for understanding I am explaining the answer, but if you write 1 1, then it will be correct, you will get 1 mark. So what is it? We know that if fx1 is equal to fx2 and you reach at the conclusion that x1 is equal to x2, then it is 1 1. So if fx1 is equal to fx2, x1 cube is equal to x2 cube, then if we take cube root, this gives only x1 is equal to x2. So it is 1 1. 1 1 function. Now coming to OR. What is OR? How many reflexive relations are possible in a set whose number of elements is 3? So if you remember a formula, you can write this question. What is it? Number of reflexive relation. Number of reflexive relation is equal to 2 to the power n square minus n, when n is the number of element. What is the number of element here? 3. So 2 to the power 3 square, 9 minus 3. How much? 9 minus 3 is 6. So 2 to the power 6 is the answer. 2 to the power 6. To the power. Then here question number 2. This is question number 1. Question number 2. Question number 2 is a relation as 1 to 3 defined as R is equal to 1 1, 1 2, 2 2, 3 3. Which elements of this will be removed from it to make equivalence relation? So this is very simple. You have to remove 1 2 because for 1 2 there is no 2 1. So it cannot be your symmetric when 2 1 is not there. Otherwise it will be equivalence relation. Now coming to question number 3. Question number 3 is set of R. A relation R is set of real numbers defined by AB under root A is equal to B. This is defined on real numbers, and you know that square root of negative numbers is not a real number. So root A cannot be defined for minus infinity to 0. So it is not a function. So this will be the answer. Root A cannot be defined for this. So it is not a fx, is not a this relation is not a function. Now OR. An equivalence relation R is divided into equivalent classes A2, A3. What is the value of A1 union A2 union A3 and A1 intersection A2 intersection A3? So equivalence class is defined in this way. What is it? Now all the subsets of this class will be combiningly give your whole set. Similarly, when they have no intersection or they have no common element, so this is equal to 5. This is by definition. You can write this one. Now coming to question number 4. Question number 4 is AB are matrices of order 3 into 3 by n and m by 3 respectively. Find the order of the matrix 5a minus 3b. So any times of a, any times of b may be written, but you should know that operation is possible. Operation on matrices is possible if their orders are same. Their orders are same. What does it mean? It should be 3 by 5. Order of this is 3 by 5. Whatever it will be A is also 3 by 5, B is also 3 by 5. So next is question number 5. Find the value of A square, where A is 2 by 2 matrix whose elements are A I is equal to 1 when I is not equal to J. It is 0 when I is equal to same as your J. So A, let us define A. A will be, that means A1, 1, it will be 0. A2, 2 is also 0. It is a 2 by 2 matrix, so there will be 4 elements. So 1, 1. Now you get A square. So A square you can get it multiplying A and A. 0, 1, 1, 0 multiplies your 0, 1, 1, 0. So you will multiply, you will get 1, 0, 0, 1. Now coming to OR. So this is question number 5, first part, OR. OR is equal to, given A is a square matrix support 3 and 3, 3 by 3. Determinant of A is given minus 4, you have to get adjoint A. So let us write the formula to find the adjoint A. Directly you can get it. So adjoint A is equal to determinant of A to the power n minus 1 when n is the order. N is order of the square matrix. So how much it will be then? I hope you can find yourself. So this will be minus 4 to the power 3 minus 1, that will be 2 because n is 3 here. So this is 16. Next is question number 6. Question number 6 is Aij is a square matrix about 3 by 3. Determinant of A is minus 7. Find the value of A11, A21, A12, 22, A13, 23, where Aij is the cofactor. Now cofactor, if it will be, everybody will tempted to write this is minus 7, but this is not minus 7 because this is the not corresponding the cofactor. This is 1, 1. This is not cofactor A1, 1. So it will be just simply 0. A1, 1. A2, 1 plus A1, 2. A2, 2 plus A1, 3. Cofactor 2, 3. It will be 0. Question number 7. Question number 7 is e to the power x 1 minus cot x plus cosec square x. So immediately you should think that this is the integration of, there are 3 terms. So it cannot be a lengthy one because you have 1 mark question. So there should be a trick here. What is that the trick? The trick, it can be only applicable e to the power x function is there. So there will be a function and its derivative should be there. So that if we integrate, the answer will be e to the power x into fx plus c. So this conceptual question is asked for 1 mark question. So you have to find out e to the power x and 1 minus cot x plus cos x square x. Which one will be your function? Which one will be the derivative? Let me rub it. So I have written this one. Okay. So how much will be this? This is your, you have to find out which one is function and which one is its derivative. So if you see carefully, this is your function. And cos x square x is the derivative of this. This is f dash x. So 1 minus cot x is function, cos x square x is derivative. So the answer will be e to the power x into 1 minus cot x plus c. Next, or. Question number 7, or. Or is equal to minus pi by 2 to pi by 2. It will be x square into sin x. Again, you have to think that. So, the property should be applied. What is it? The minus a to a. If it is your function, it is odd function, then it becomes 0. How to find its odd function? Now, sin x is a odd function. X square is a even function. But since sin x is a odd function, product of odd and even, it will be a odd function. So, if the whole thing is odd function, I'll write that the answer is simply 0. Now, coming to question number 8. Question number 8 is, here find the area bounded by y is equal to x square, x axis, and the line x is equal to minus 1 and x is equal to 1. So, y is equal to x square, this is the curve. X is equal to minus 1 and x is equal to 1. I want the area. So what I'll do, I'll integrate y is equal to x square from 0 to 1 and multiply by 2 so that left side will be good. So 0 to 1 double of x square dx. What is the integration? It will be x cube by 3. So I'll write 2 by 3 into x cube from 0 to 1. So this will be 2 by 3. Of course, you write square in it because the question is area. Question number 9. Question number 9 is, how many arbitrary constant are there in a particular solution of differential equation dy by dx is equal to minus 4x square when xy initial values are given. So when you are taking a particular solution, you know that we eliminate c. We don't keep any constant. So in particular solution, number of arbitrary constant is 0. Is 0. Or now find the value of n for which the homologous differential equation is dy by dx equal to x cube y to the power n x square y x y square. So if we'll analyze the degree of this, here degree is 3, here also degree 3, degree 3. So for homologous, the degree of the numerator should be equal to degree of the denominator. So when x cube, there is degree 3. So y to the power n must be equal to y to the power 3. So what is the value of n? N is equal to 3. Question number 10. Question number 10 is, find a unit vector in direction opposite to minus 3 by 4j. So this is your x-axis, this is your y-axis. So here we are taking minus 3 by 4j. So when I'll take opposite direction, it will be positive j, and it is a unit vector. So answer is simply positive j. Next is question number 11. Question number 11 is, find the area of a triangle whose sides are represented by vector 2y and 3j. So this is a triangle. This is your 2y and minus 3j. You know the vector area. It will be half into 2i cross minus 3j. So this will be half, and I cross j is k vector. So this will be minus 6k vector. And what is the modulus of k vector? It is 1 only, and we are taking the modulus, so 6 by 2, it will be 3 units. 3 square units because it is area. Question number 12. Find the angle between unit vector A and B given that this is equal to 1. Question number 12. So A plus B magnitude is 1. So let us take the square. So A plus B magnitude square is equal to 1, and you know the magnitude square, how it is calculated. Magnitude A square magnitude B square plus 2A dot B is equal to 1. And it is a unit vector. What does it mean? This is 1, this is 1. So this gives you 1 plus 1 plus 2 A dot B is equal to your 1. Now I am expanding your 2A dot B. 2A dot B is equal to A B into cos theta is equal to minus 1. I'll take this 2 to this side. Then what I am getting? Again the magnitude of A is 1, B is 1. So I am getting cos theta is equal to minus half. So when cos theta is minus half, this gives you theta is equal to 2 pi by 3. Question number 13. Find the direction cosine of normal to YZ plane. In YZ, for YZ plane, its normal direction ratio is equal to 1, 0, 0. If it would be XY plane, how much it will be? It will be 0, 0, 1. So on. So the answer will be 1, 0, 0. Now question number 14. Find the coordinates of the point where the line x plus 3 by 3 is equal to y minus 1 by minus 1, z minus minus 5 cuts xy plane. So let me write the equation. X plus 3 by 3 is equal to y minus 1 by minus 1 is equal to z minus 5 by minus 5. So I am converting them into one variable, that is lambda. So I am getting x is equal to 3 lambda minus 3. Y is equal to minus lambda plus 1, and z is equal to minus 5 lambda plus 5. And here one thing you have to keep remembering, that on xy plane z component is 0, z point is 0, z coordinate is 0, so z is 0. So what is it means? Z is 0 means minus 5 lambda plus 5 is 0. From there we will get the value of lambda, then we will get x and y. So lambda is equal to 1. So what will be x? X is equal to, if you put in 3 lambda minus 3 0. If you put in y, it will also be 0. So what is the coordinate? It will be 0, 0, 0. Z is 0, x is 0, y is also 0. Question number 15. Question number 15 is a very conceptual question. The probability of A and B solving a problem independently are 1 by 3 and 1 by 4 respectively. So it is a problem from independent event. Both them try to solve the problem independently. What is the probability that the problem is solved? So what is given? Probability of A solving is your 1 by 3. Probability of B solving is your 1 by 4. Both are solving independently. What is the problem? Probability the problem is solved. So when problem is solved, this is the probability that of the complement problem is not solved. So 1 minus problem not solved. And when probability will be not solved? When both of them cannot solve. So this will be 1 minus P not A into P not B. So how to get P not A? P not A is equal to 1 minus PA, that will be 2 by 3. How to get P not B? Is it will be 1 minus PB is equal to 3 by 4. So it will be 1 minus 2 by 3 multiplies 3 by 4. 3 3 cancel, 1 minus half, you are getting half is the answer. Next is question number 16. Question number 16, also a problem from independent event. The probability that it will rain or any particular day is 50%. Find the probability that it rains only on first 4 days of the week. That means if I'll take the event of rain as A is event explaining raining, then probability of raining on any day is equal to your 1 by 2. 50% means 1 by 2. That means probability of not raining is, it is also 1 by 2, 1 minus 1 by 2. Next, they are independent because probability of raining on Sunday is independent of raining on Monday. So probability of, if we'll start the week from your Monday, probability of raining Monday, probability of raining your Tuesday, probability of raining in your Wednesday, probability of raining on Thursday. And next will be not raining, and not raining. So I have written so much to make you understand. If you will understand the concept, you can write easily. That is PA whole to the power 4 and P not A whole to the power 4. And for your whole to the power 3. For 1 mark question, no need of writing, just write 1 to the power 4 into half to the power 3. That will be 1 by 2 to the power 7. That will be 1 by 128. No need of explaining all these things, write the answer from here only. So I hope you have learned the concept. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe the channel.
Thank you.